Good afternoon. Here is the national news from BGI TV Current. I am Maurire Rabila Lawal. First are the major headlines for the national news. NLC rejects new pump price. Ogun assembly workers declare indefinite strike over salary. ASU drags FG to court over alleged discrimination and unfair treatment of members. Bandit impose 10 million naira on Kaduna farmers. And on sports, on a smiling mood, Flying Eagles turn Argentina 2-0, qualify for quarter-final. Now the news in detail. The Nigeria Labour Congress NLC has rejected the new pump prices for petroleum products announced by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NPCL), saying it was against the interest of the regulation. The Labour movement noted that the oil giant couldn't be talking of the regulation in one breath and price fixing in another. The NPCL on Wednesday jacked up the pump prices of premium motor spirit, otherwise known as petrol (PMS), by over 200%, bringing the price of fuel to between 488 naira and 557 naira per litre. The NLC argued that the decision to announce a new pump price regime was against the interest of social dialogue. In a statement by its president, Joe Ajaero, the NLC called on the federal government to immediately instruct NPCL to withdraw these vexatious pricing templates to allow free flow of discussions by the parties. The NLC threatened to pull out of talks with the government if nothing was done to withdraw the new price template so that the dialogue can continue unhindered. The Parliamentary Staff Association of Nigeria, PASSAN, in Ogun State House of Assembly, has declared an indefinite strike with effect from June 1. The industrial action follows state government's inability to implement consolidated legislative salary structure. The union also asked the government to comply with the provisions of the Section 10, Bracket 2, 13 and 14 of the State Assembly Service Commission Law 2018 and the Statutory Offices States Emolument Amendment Law 2018 as it effects due salary and allowances to some of our members since their respective dates of appointment. Last Thursday, the aggrieved workers locked the assembly gate as part of a 3-day warning strike. The association said the demand would only place the assembly workers on the same pedestal with their counterparts in the state judiciary who have been on the consolidated judiciary salary structure for about a decade. The national body had given Governor Dapo Abiodun May 31st an ultimatum to meet the demands or risk an industrial crisis in the state. Arising from its emergency congress on Wednesday, the union declared a total comprehensive and indefinite strike action. This was contained in a communique jointly signed by the chairman, Ayotunde Ojediran, and the secretary, David Adedigba. The union said the indefinite strike became imperative following the government's failure to address its own demands. The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, has dragged the federal government to court over the alleged discriminatory, unfair, and illegal treatment of its members. Information report that the senior advocate of Nigeria, SAN, Femi Falana, filed a suit on Tuesday at the National Industrial Court in Abuja on behalf of ASU. Listed as defendant in the suit are former Ministers of Labour and Employment and Justice, as well as the Accountant General of the Federation. Information revealed that on Wednesday noted that the development was contained in a statement made available to its platform. He also wanted the court to determine whether the members of ASU are not entitled to payment of their salaries for the month of February to October 2022 forthwith. Owing to the refusal of the defendant to implement the agreement between them and the claimant, a trade dispute was declared by the claimant in February 2022. Despite the withdrawal of teaching, the provision of educational services, which cover other aspects of our agreement, and engagement as academics, research, and community service subsists across the public universities in Nigeria. The federal government failed to address the demand of the claimant. The industrial dispute lasted until October 2022. The teaching component of our job was restored based on the orders made by these honorable courts and the Court of Appeal. The Minister of Labour and Employment specifically instructed the Accountant General of the Federation not to pay the members of ASU members for the period of the industrial disharmony. A 10 million naira levy has been imposed by bandits on farmers in Briningwari communities, Briningwari local government area of Kaduna State. The bandit asked the farmers to either pay fine or forget farming this year. Mr. Ishak Usman Kasei, the chairman, Briningwari Emirate Progressive Union, BEPU, disclosed this in a statement made available to newsmen. He appealed to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to address the security challenges in the country and the council, and by extension Kaduna State, for total restoration of peace. According to him, stubbornly, the bandits continue to impose levies on farming communities in the area. Just this week, the bandits imposed 10 million naira levies on 3 farming communities, namely Sabun Laili, Tasharukeji, and Ruwan Rana, where they gave these communities 3 days, which expired Tuesday, 30th May 2023, to meet up this demand or be attacked. He observed that the insecurity situation in the area is a serious cause for concern, lamenting that Briningwari people were being kidnapped and killed by bandits daily. He added that the economy of the people, which solely depends on farming, had been seriously crippled by the activities of bandits rocking the area. He lamented that people no longer access their farmland due to insecurity, noting that most schools were closed and transportation halted in the area. The chairman further disclosed that women and children were becoming internally displaced persons, IDPs, on a daily basis, pointing out that last Sunday night, that Nkowa village was attacked and sacked by bandits on motorcycles wielding different kinds of fires and rifles. From that story, we go to the sports story. Nigeria's under-20 team are through to the quarterfinal of the 2023 FIFA Under-20 World Cup. The Flying Eagles turned Argentina 2-0 on Wednesday night to win their round of 16 clash. Ibrahim Mohammed scored the first goal for Ladan Bosso's men in the 64th minute. Deep into stoppage time, Rilwan Sarki headed into the net to seal the huge win for Nigeria. They will now play either Korea Republic or Ecuador for a place in the semi-final of the tournament. With that sports story, we end the National News this hour on DGI TV Currents. Before we go, some major headlines. NLC rejects new pump price. Ogun Assembly workers declare indefinite strike over salary. ASU drags FG to court over alleged discrimination and unfair treatment of members. And in sport, Flying Eagles turn Argentina 2-0, qualify for quarterfinal of the Under-20 World Cup going on in Argentina. For more updates of our broadcast on YouTube, our handle is BGI TV Current. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. Select option all to access our broadcast. On Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. For advert placement of goods and services, coverage of events and functions, please dial the phone number streaming on your screen. Thank you for watching. I am Moriri Rabila Lawal. Good afternoon.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.